Let's get into it. Donald Trump finally tracks down Robert De Niro. It's because of all the things that he said. I'm sure you remember Robert De Niro saying all sorts of incoherent things like this.
But the point is not, and for the country, no. And I think other people are going to have to stand up and just, because it's either that or you're going to find yourself in a situation that's so terrifying. We always hear about people from Eastern Europe, the Jews from other parts of Eastern Europe, from Western Europe coming over. Look what happened in France with the Nazis and so on. And they come over and you hear these, and when I was a kid, they'd say, you don't really appreciate this country. You don't really appreciate what we know from experience. Imagine what those people went through. I'm just starting to see it. As a kid, I said, Hitler, it's a nightmare that never would happen. But now I see that it's possible. And what those people, and sometimes I run into some people who are close to my age who are from Eastern Europe, European countries, or even Nazi Germany, and you understand it. But the point is,
you understand it. Just a bunch of incoherent nonsense. Robert De Niro was also reported as saying this, and I gotta say, in what he has to say right here, he was actually correct about. Okay,
nothing at all, nothing redeemable in him. And we have to, and whoever the people are who want to vote for him, and there look like intelligent people around there. Somebody, for some reason, it can't be. It cannot be. If he wins the election, you won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us can imagine.
He's 100% right. I mean, the IRS. He just got approval from a federal judge to get about 6,000 employees laid off from the IRS, considering actually just abolishing it altogether. That's a very serious consideration. Also appointed Doge, and Doge has already saved $55 billion of American taxpayer money within the 3-4 weeks that it's been active. So, he's 100% right. But Trump got pretty mad about all of this, and he came looking for him, and he found him.
Bobby, it's your favorite president. I forgive you, Bobby, for being such a loser about the election. It's not your fault you were born with a low IQ. It's not your fault, Bobby. Believe me. Bobby, your favorite president won. Kamala lost. She lost so strongly. You were wrong. You're a loser. You're a total loser. This show sucks. You're going to get low ratings, Bobby. You're going to get low ratings. Look at that. From raging bull to raging nobody. Such a disgrace. You're such a disgrace, Bobby. It's a horror. It's an absolute horror. Kamala is getting drunk somewhere. Unbelievable. Look at this guy. That guy's calling your favorite president a virgin. Can you believe it? Look at that crowd. It's such a horror. It's such a disgrace if you look at it. But we're gonna win. We won big, okay? Look at that. Come here, paparazzi. Come here. I love this guy. Look at that. Unbelievable. You want to do a little dance, paparazzi? Come here.
The handshake. This guy is just absolutely crazy.
It's a disgrace if you look at it, but we're gonna win. We won big, okay? Look
handshake,
at
that.
Look at that. Come here, paparazzi. Come here.
Oh,
I love this
yes.
guy. Look at that. Unbelievable. You want to do a little dance, paparazzi?
That's that handshake. He has that nailed. Oh man, this guy's name is actually what's his name again? Jason Scoops, I believe his name is. Let me verify that. Yeah, it's Jason Scoops. Very, very funny guy. He's he actually did one of these videos in front of Robert De Niro's house, just trolling the guy, and and he finally found De Niro. Oh my gosh, he was just 20 feet away from De Niro, just hilarious. I love it. I think Trump would have something along those lines to say. I think he might have said it a little more polished, maybe with a little more charisma, but I think this guy, he got the sentiments right, You're a loser, Bobby. I should actually do that. I should 100% do that. I should actually meet Robert De Niro. I'll just be like this. He'll be like, oh, black guy. Oh, black guy, hoodie, hat, colorful. And I'll be like, hi, Mr. De Niro. He'll be like, oh, it's good to meet you. You want a picture? Of course I don't want a picture with someone like you. You're turning into a C, maybe even D. Some people tell me D-list actor. You're really, really bad now, Bobby. It's tremendous how far you've fallen. Okay, it's been like a free fall for weeks and months and years. It's very sad what's happened to you. Punch me right in the face for sure. just just uppercut me in the face. I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be like, I expected this. Man, this guy is actually funny. He really got at him. But, it makes me wonder, where is Robert De Niro right now? He got real quiet. Before Trump took office, he did like one little interview, with Colbert. And now he went and disappeared. Colbert is actually, I think he's disappearing as well. A lot of these guys, they had a lot to say. But now Kash Patel is director of the FBI. All of a sudden, people don't have as much to say. What happened? What happened? You were in front of the courthouse. What happened? I thought for sure I was gonna see De Niro in front of the White House, screaming and ranting. Guess that Kamala $1.5 billion just dried up, and all of a sudden all the celebrities disappeared. It seemed like they wholeheartedly hated Donald Trump. I thought they wholeheartedly thought he was a Nazi. What happened? They just all dried up. You notice that? And it's amazing for so many grown people to dry up like that, given how much baby oil they were sliding around in while Diddy was having those illustrious parties that he was known for. How'd that happen? It's weird, huh? Man, I love it though. And listen, I don't know this guy. I'm not doing this as like a plug or anything. Like, I don't know him. I just thought it was funny. The guy does a solid Trump impression. He dresses up and everything. I should dress up and like meet this guy and just be in whiteface and be wearing a wig and be like, you're an imposter. I finally found the imposter walking around acting like you're me. This is actually a felony. I'm the president of the United States. This is a felony what you're doing. Do you understand? I like that you harass Robert De Niro from time to time in a very peaceful and patriotic way. Of course, never violence. But I have to say, you're not me, okay? Before I call my son, he's 8 foot 2 inches tall, name's Barron. Perhaps you've heard of him. Don't make me call him, okay? But here's another. Working on that Trump impression.
Bobby, I'm back. It's your favorite president. I don't give up. You didn't come out last time, so I hired an investigator and found your illegitimate son, Jamarcus. Jamarcus, come over here, Jamarcus. Say some words for your father. Talk to you.
This guy is a wild boy. Very wild. He has to be a stand-up comedian. I've only just seen the Trump impressions. This dude has to be there's only very few people who have this type of time during the week at this time of day. Stand-up comedians always have time during the day. They're just hanging out, waiting until 7 o'clock when they got to go to their shows and stuff. Oh yeah, this guy's making prank. Come on. This guy is funny. This is actually really funny.
Hello, nice to talk to you. Look, I'm looking to build a wall. Do you guys have materials to build a wall?
Like, what kind of wall? Sheetrock wall?
Concrete, nice, big, beautiful wall.
He's doing a prank call. Why is he dressed up during the prank call? He didn't have to dress up for the prank call. I guess for the camera. Very dedicated guy. Very funny. Again, Jason Scoop. Jason Scoop is his name. Let's go to the top here. There he is. Stand-up comedian. I thought so. Okay, yeah, 100%. And he's in New York. That's how he's rolling up on Robert De Niro. Very, very funny stuff, man. But, I was thinking of that. As I saw this little video of his, I was like, where is Robert De Niro? He just dried up. I was talking about it with my friend the other day. And it really does seem like, well, he kind of admitted that he was getting paid by the Biden-Harris administration. He said he was working with them. And as an actor, I don't imagine he was doing any of this for free, just like so many other people that ended up on payroll during this whole time. But just, very sleazy thing to do. That's why I have you. Maybe for somebody else, I'd be like, oh, you're in front of the guy's place. Oh, you're finding the guy at a movie premiere or whatever. Maybe somebody else I'd have sympathy for. But the way he did what he did to Donald Trump was so slithery. It was so snakish. There was no facts behind it. There was no rationale behind it. He was talking about doing violent things to President Trump. He was talking about hurting him. Just constant comparisons to Mussolini, this, that, in front of the courthouse. The guy's going through court. That's another reason why I don't have any sympathy. Trump is in court, possibly facing all sorts of charges, and it's all lawfare. And then we have this guy in front of the courthouse trying to egg on the public to support what the administration is doing to him behind closed doors. No sympathy for a guy like that. Zero sympathy for Robert De Niro. Maybe somebody else I'd have sympathy for. But he did the exact same thing to Trump. The exact same thing. And he did it no problem. Stood there with Capitol Police and this and that. It was gross. It was gross. Such different campaigns, huh? Kamala, Biden, they get Robert De Niro. Donald Trump, he gets Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, a Kennedy, Tulsi, black vote, Jewish vote, Muslim vote, Latino. Women are all of a sudden voting for him. He gets all these people. Kamala just gets the entire Diddy and Epstein list. You know what I mean? It's very interesting the way that works. It's whatever. No sympathy for Robert De Niro. I thought it was hilarious. I hope this guy keeps doing it. Robert De Niro can leave. He can leave the country. I think he said he was going to leave the country. I don't know if that's real. I think, all these actors, they always say they're going to leave the country. And they never do. Why? Because they make millions of dollars. Because they're afforded an opportunity that only America affords them, where they can make millions and millions of dollars. It's the only country they could be in where they could potentially become a billionaire based on pretending and going to Diddy parties. There's no other country like that. In Dubai, they'll do some weird stuff with you, but they ain't going to make you a billionaire. You know what I mean? I don't even want to get into it. You can look that up. You can look up what goes on in Dubai. I'm just saying. There's a reason you see so many people going over there. It's not all fun and games. It's not all hotel rooms. And I'm not even gonna get into that. That's a real tinfoil. That's like tinfoil Speedo after dark type of thing. I'd have to start a Patreon to talk about what I'm talking about in terms of Dubai and why so many celebrities and YouTubers and Instagram models are going over there. I'm just saying.